Let's be honest, you've been into manifestation or changing your life or becoming that best version of yourself and manifesting your dream reality, but you've read the books, tried the techniques, you've affirmed, you've visualized, you've tried shifting your identity, and still things don't change in the way you want them to change. Or maybe there is some change for a moment. Some days you literally feel your most confident self, your most aligned self, the highest version of yourself. And there's days where you literally wake up and you feel like you are your old self again. Anxious, procrastinating, low energy, or stuck, whatever it is, right? The lowest version of yourself, the old version of yourself. And that makes you question everything. If I'm doing all of this work, why am I still going back, right? Einstein once said, and I quote, "The distinction between past, present, and future is only a stubbornly persistent illusion." Now, most people hear that and think it's just philosophical, but what he actually is trying to point to is this. Time is not something that simply moves forward in a straight line the way that we experience it. It's relative. It depends on perspective, which means the way we experience becoming someone over time is not just the only way reality operates. And if you take that seriously, even just for a moment, it opens up a completely different way of understanding yourself and perceiving your reality. Because if time is not strictly linear, then the version of you that made different decisions, built that life, became confident, feels stable, and has everything you ever desired, it's not just a future possibility that is out there somewhere. It is a version of you that exists as a state now. And at the same time, the version of you that feels stuck, overwhelmed, anxious, unsure, disconnected also exists now. Right now. So your life is not about becoming one day. It's about which version of yourself are you identifying with most consistently. Most people think manifestation is literally about doing more affirmations, more techniques, knowing more, reading more, trying more. But then they wake up one day, including me, I had those days, where I felt amazing. And then another day, where I woke up and everything disappeared. It's like all the realizations I hit, gone. And it feels like you're lost. And you're back at the beginning, but you didn't lose anything. You just shifted back into a different version of yourself that exists at the same exact time now. Because both exists now. That's why it feels so confusing, because you have already experienced that higher version of you. You've literally felt it, you've thought like them, you've moved like them, and then suddenly you're back on the couch, scrolling, overthinking, doubting, and not doing anything and just feeling so stuck. And it feels like literally two completely different people within you. Because in a way, it kind of is like that. So what do you do in those moments? Because this is where most people fail. They think, if I can't be that version of me fully, then what's the point? So they drop back completely, become the older version of themselves. But here's the actual shift. You don't need to fully become that version of you in one day. You don't need to become your highest self in literally a day, overnight. You just need to stop fully becoming the old version of yourself. On days where you feel low, where you feel stuck, where you feel unmotivated, and you ask yourself, how do I become my highest version of myself right now? Start asking this. What is the smallest thing that version of me would do in this situation? Not changing your whole life in one night, not being perfect, not fixing everything, just shifting slightly, even if it's just 1%. Maybe it's getting up instead of staying in bed. Maybe it's doing one task instead of none. Maybe it's going outside for 5 minutes to touch some grass. I don't know. Or trying to really connect with yourself again, even in little ways. And that way you are interrupting the full return to your old identity. And if all versions of you exist as states right now, then every small decision is you choosing which version you reinforce. Not in the future, now. Not perfectly, but consistently. So the reason your manifestation isn't here yet is not because it's far away. It's because you're still switching between versions and not fully deciding.